In this video, we'll talk about the post office interest rates 2020. That means we're talking about the what exactly are the post office interest rate from April to June 2020. Or do you really think the post office interest rates offer higher return on investments to you? Or bank FDs are actually the major source of higher income to you? So, as you know, post office actually offers many savings schemes, just like post office monthly income account, 5-year RD, senior citizen savings scheme, FD, and the PPF account, which we all know that is actually tax free. अब आपको पता ही है कि पीपीएफ पहले जो खुद अकाउंट ओपन होता है वो सिर्फ 15 साल के लिए होता है एंड ऑल्सो इट कैन बी एक्सटेंडेड बाय 5 years एंड देन ऑल्सो बाय 5 years. So in this video, we'll be talking about what the government has actually done in order to and have actually reduced the interest rates of post office from April to June 2020. So the interest is actually cut between 70 basis point to 140 basis point on every saving scheme. For instance, interest rates on PPF and Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana are actually cut by 0.8%. That is 80 basic points. That is so much. So, and the post office deposit, as you know, are actually open for 1 to 5 years, and that has been reduced by 140 basis points also. So today, the PPF actually earns around 7.1%. That is actually down from 7.9%. Whereas Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana earns you 7.6% as compared to 8.4%. And on the other hand, post office interest rates on FD will actually range from 1 year to 5 years, depending on what scheme that you opt for, and you will actually earn 5.5 to 6.7%. So, how are actually interest rates are actually calculated on savings schemes? So these interest rates are actually reviewed by the government every quarter depending on the government yield. And as you are actually aware, the government bond yield is only 6%. So दोस्तों सरकार कहाँ से देगी for obviously. And post office monthly scheme, right, as you might be aware, is only like 4.5 lakh for a single account and 9.9 lakh for a joint account. You can only if you're actually opening a post office monthly, in simple terms, it actually means if you're opening only a post office monthly income scheme, you can only invest a max up to 4.5 in a single account. And if you're husband and wife, or if there is actually a joint account, you can only invest 9 lakh rupees in this. So let's see the post office rates on FD, RD, MS for the quarter ending June 30, 2020. This the government hasn't touched upon the savings bank deposit rates, which is actually 4%, and by the way, which is actually much higher as compared to what banks give. Some banks might be offering 6%, as you might be aware, like Yes Bank and Kotak Bank, but uske liye balance you have to keep above rupees 1 lakh rupees. Let's talk about the term deposits offered by the post office bank for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, and 5 year. As you can see on my screen, the interest rates have been reduced from 6.9% to 5.5%. And for a 5 year deposit, there are actually a very steep rate cut of more than 1%, that is from 7.7% to 6.7%. Whereas if we talk about the 5 year recurring deposit, the interest rates have been reduced from 7.2 to 5.8%, which is a very steep reduction of 1.4%. If we talk about 5 year senior citizen savings scheme, it has been reduced from 8.6 to 7.4. The 5 year monthly income account has been reduced from 7.6 to 6.6, whereas the 5 year NSC has been reduced from 7.9 to 6.8%. If we talk, as mentioned earlier in this video, the PPF account has been reduced from 7.9 to 7.1%. The Kisan Vikas Patra, which is actually a very popular scheme from the post office, has been reduced from 7.6 to 6.9%. And the Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana has been reduced from 8.4% to 7.6%. So the main questions comes here is actually whether you should opt for the post office monthly schemes or not. See, as you might be aware, there are actually many companies defaulting. You have actually heard the Franklin Templeton case, which have like default, which has actually stopped its six schemes. So as far as the post office is actually concerned, this is actually this is actually backed by the government of India. This every scheme is actually 100% backed by the government of India, and especially for the senior citizens, despite of the interest rate, where these small savings schemes are very much popular among those senior citizens who actually earn their pension amount from this post office savings scheme. And and considering the risk, it's actually very low as compared to equity mutual funds, which has fallen from 25 to 30%. And during these uncertain times, the post office actually offers very good interest rates in case you want to invest in 2020. Thank you.